All right. Welcome or welcome back. I'm Jacob.
I'm BB.
And together we are the
The
Butter
Butter
Bunch.
Bunch.
So you see me here dressed in my usual Halloween attire because I don't have costumes normally, so I dress up as my gacha self. And we have the best the best Halloween themed background money did not buy. So we're fully prepared for this today. And basically, if you're seeing this on upload day, we're not doing a stream today because on the main channel, I've got other plans for Halloween that I normally do. But we did decide we're going to do this particular recording before that, like a while ago, just because it seemed like, well, when else are we going to talk about this particular thing? It was BB's idea. So do you want to like talk about like a little bit behind this before we start?
Yeah, so I forget the context of how this originally came around. I think we were doing some other stream and we got sidetracked as we do. And
Oh, yeah.
we started about the Grinch. It was probably something I brought up. And then I was like, is there a sequel? I wonder, is there another Grinch or something? And I looked at like, oh, there is another Grinch. And I looked into, turns out not as well known. I am not alone.
Yeah, I don't believe this one had a book that it was based on.
Probably not. No. And it was one of those things where it was in the middle of the video. I was like, oh, Jacob, we should watch this. We could, and this was months ago, by the way. Because it was Halloween is Grinch Night. That's the official like film title. I was like, oh, it has to be like a Halloween theme, right? We have to do this for a Halloween special on the Butter Bunch. And Jacob was like, okay. And so, And so
my only stipulation was the fact that because of copyright, it would probably have to be pre-recorded.
Yeah.
And
so that is the other this was never going to be streamed, by the way. Like Jacob having streams on his channel is certainly a factor, but this was never going to release as a stream. To be clear, because Jacob's concern was that that he wanted to record it and then upload it so that way we could have the extra length of the checking, so that way we would have less of a chance of being like blocked.
Yes, or just like straight up fully taken down the middle of the broadcast.
Yeah, like that one Smosh reaction.
Well, yes, and also 2 videos in a row for My Street 5 years later on my main channel, which is why I have a community guideline strike that made me change those to being pre-recorded as well.
Oh, so yeah, I have one other thing, almost as absurd as reviewing Halloween as Grinch Night on the Butter Bunch. I saw a meme for this a while back, and I'm sure I mentioned this, but I don't know if I ever mentioned I bought it. So I saw a meme for this, and I was like, oh, this is the most absurd thing. And it arrived yesterday.
Okay. It actually kind of like blends in almost with your...
No, that's the point, right? It's so good. It's so good. I love that I have this.
Well, there you go.
So whenever I wake up, that's the first thing I see when I turn over.
That should have been your Halloween costume. Just cosplay as Squidward and never film your bottom half.
It's fair. No, what I could do SpongeBob musical Squidward.
Oh, what do they do for the musical? Actually, that's a good question.
They actually did the if I recall, it was like the legs were like taped onto each other or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Squidward, SpongeBob musical.
Bear in mind, I'm not going to be able to like actually see this until we finish.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has like a nice little like combed, like, you know how in the show he has this like he has the brow that kind of like furls a little bit in the middle.
Yeah.
So they basically did that, but that's the style of his hair. He's wearing a orange, slightly buttoned up, like at the top, shirt, short sleeved, and he's wearing like showman like pants, and he has 4 legs, and I think the back 2 are tied, or puppeteered, one of the 2.
All right. I meant more so just like the actual tentacles part, but fair enough. Anyway, let's.
And also just white tennis shoes.
Okay, fine, sure. Wait, I see. Why was he wearing shoes? That feels especially weird. Anyway, it's whatever. Back to back to this. I don't have a segue anymore because the whole Squidward tangent kind of like derailed me. So yeah. So by the way, this is the to be specific for like the audience. Well, I can't see it properly, but yeah. To be specific for the audience, this is the a recording of the rebroadcast, the re-aired version from 1979. The original's from 1977, but this is the highest quality version that either of us could find from the Museum of Classic Chicago Television.
Woo! So, shout out! I love that channel.
There you go. Link will be in the description, of course, as per usual. And this will contain like I think like the bumpers, some ad breaks or something, just things like that, which we could easily edit out, but I don't think we want to. Honestly, I want to see what kind of things are being advertised to the public in 1979.
Yeah,
if they don't make it into the video, then you will probably imagine they just didn't age well.
Sure,
but for now, we're going to proceed as normal. So without further ado, on with the review.
Museum.
Oh yeah, that was the first thing, by the way. I was talking over it before.
See the American Indian display at the Field Museum.
Okay.
A fantastic start already. Yeah. Dr. Seuss presents a thing he didn't write. The voices of yeah. So Hans Conried is the narrator this time instead of Boris Karloff.
Oh, I just drove that skeleton just did a flip.
I mean, normally you ask that question, have they no spine? But it's a skeleton. Literally, that's all it has. So. Oh, Fritz Freeling is in this. Well, at least it was involved in this. I remember that name from, I think, from Terry Toons,
We'll
actually.
return after these messages.
Oh, okay.
Halloween is Grinch Night. Brought to you
okay,
by
I guess...
Parker Brothers. Homemade fun for over 90 years.
Never heard of them. I guess that they're not really homemade fun anymore.
A detective has to be
I guess this confirms we do get ads and stuff. That's kind of sick.
Yeah, exactly.
cautious and cool. When you play a clue, you have to figure out who did it. There are suspects, weapons, and scenes for a crime.
Mr. Green did it in the study with a knife. I got a clue card. I know. It was Miss Scarlet in the conservatory with a candlestick. Wow! Elementary, my dear Betsy.
Clue from Parker Brothers.
Snow is falling, fun is calling, smiles are everywhere. The window on the window world's magic you can share.
Wasn't this what everyone was expecting when we said we're going to review Halloween, the sequel of The Grinch? Wasn't this just exactly what was on everyone's minds?
Only on the Butter Bunch. Hey, if we're not making the tangents, the video will.
Yeah, because we're just like watching Silent and be like, okay, what do we say about this? I don't know. No, never mind. The video does the talking for us. Great.
Hey man, we're doing some nice dancing. Oh, those are some. I'm gonna assume that's color correction and not just really undercooked fries.
Yeah, also talk about having no spine. Do you see like the curvature of like the it's like the that does not feel safe. By the way, I like the fact that there's like a school bus driving away from them, implying that the school bus has a destination outside of a McDonald's franchise.
Well, when you said it was driving away for a second, because I'm sure what it's meant to be is the kids are driving to the place, but having McDonald's first and then you have the bus driving away kind of makes it like no, run, Ronald's coming.
Maybe. Maybe like school bus driver was like Ronald's side gig back in the day, so they all went to McDonald's first, got their food, and then drove to school.
Oh my god, this is the 70s. Wait, that's a good point. Oh, they have all their mascots and stuff doing stuff still. Oh, I wonder if we're gonna get any of them showing up during this.
I suppose.
If anybody
Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it doesn't
We
seem
now
like
return
it.
to Halloween is Grinch Night.
You mean you started?
Nice soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is definitely the age of, like, you know, of cartoons like being specifically like in sync with the music. Just the way like the guy's like shuffling, like he was moving, but it's like his actual equipment wasn't.
Man, he's hearing that McDonald's soundtrack back there from the last ad.
Thinking about the snow falling, going skiing, his days as a school bus driver.
That time he was running while Ronald McDonald was chasing him.
It was a mighty gorgeous sunset. It was truly a beautiful sight. All the friendly small housetops of Whoville glowing bright in the changing light.
Okay, already the rhyme scheme is very straight. Like, I mean, okay, yeah, sure, you have like, you know, like brides in the changing light, but the way that it feels weird to me because like the meter's different. Because normally with like Dr. Seuss narration of books specifically, you have like da 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 da. But this one is like, okay, just add like a bunch of things at the end.
The Whos who lived here in Whoville paused and smiled as the sun sank down and the purple shadow of Mount Crumpet crept across the farmlands beyond the town.
Mount Crumpet. Are you familiar with this, Jacob?
Not Mount Crumpet specifically.
Until
unless that's just the name of like the mountain the Grinch lives on. And the Grinch, he was known to live on Mount Crumpet, where he would sit alone and play his trumpet. I don't know.
What is the name of the mountain he lives on? Did they ever say?
I don't imagine they did.
Josiah
It's a very short book.
And he whispered to his wife, Mariah, will you also take a whiff? And Josiah and Mariah double sniffed. And they said,
That was a triple sniff. That was 3 sniffs.
Wonder if...
But they really didn't wonder. They knew it was terribly true. They knew that the sour, sweet wind was coming back, and what the sour, sweet wind would do.
I think it's because they've got like they almost have like an extra line in the middle of the rhymes to try to match them up. Again, probably more evidence that Dr. Seuss did not write this.
Inside, children.
Oh, it's the fish!
Inside, children, I'm going to say it very calmly for you. All the others, meanwhile, ah! Ah! Ah!
I remember the fish. He was the grumpy dude from Cat in the Hat.
This is true. The Grinch and the Cat in the Hat did in fact have a crossover, which I assume now that I've said that out loud, you're going to want to find that at some point.
No, I've been aware of it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All the children are still smiling, the adults are just freaking out so much.
Okay. And obviously this would happen because of the age that this came out. I'm sure it didn't have a great budget. Otherwise, more people would know about it. That kid... So whenever he slid down, this is the same animation. They recycled the animation for the kid, except this time they just stamped the woman on. this like second or third time around.
And also, I think there's like a new baby like at the bottom of the slide as well.
I know,
but yeah, that is true.
That low down.
Yeah, fair enough. But also, yeah, they did some like in the How to Grinch Stole Christmas as well. There are some like recycled animation parts where he's stealing Christmas, because that's the part that they specifically extended because again, really short book. So that was the bit where they, well, of course, the musical montage and everything. So who knows? Maybe we're going to get one of those now. Oh, the doll. Okay,
Was that Wilhelm? Is that you?
Not quite.
Wow.
This is Wilhelm's early days.
Why are you still screaming? Oh, 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 oh!
Yeah, child Wilhelm sounds deeper than adult Wilhelm. I thought like the score like gonna run. It was gonna be like a cartoon physics thing where they just keep panning the camera. Never mind. I got a key twisted to nothing.
I suggest we stay indoors tonight.
There you go.
I suggest we lock ourselves in tight.
I mean, I think that was already kind of a given, Jebediah, but thank you for reinforcing that.
Tonight, you know, won't go quite right. You can tell by the smell of the wind. It sounds like another one's coming. Another Grinch night might commence. I wouldn't go out on a night like this for $1.50.
Oh, that's where that line comes from. Okay. I was wondering because like I've heard that sometimes. Like, wait a minute, what's the context behind this? Okay, now I know. Okay, so now the children are terrified as well.
Not a dog.
I wonder what that is like adjusted for inflation today. Let's see. $1.50. This aired in 1977. So equal to $7.91 in 2024. So there you go. I wouldn't go out on a night like this for $7.91. Not as catchy.
No. Oh, it's a couple cents above our minimum wage right now.
Oh well, I guess he was implying that he would not want someone to hire him to go out for any reason. Like they were, I don't know.
Always starts when that
Yeah,
sour
because we
sweet
got
wind begins up.
$7.25.
Then it's more than just a
Yeah.
couple cents over.
Yeah, no, it's a couple cents.
Sour
It's
sweet.
$7.25, and that would be right,
$7.91.
$7.90. Yeah,
That's significantly more than a couple, but
Wind
okay.
across the tree stumps on the
not even
wrong
a
side
dollar
of
more.
Punker's Pond. Then that wind wakes up the Gree Grumps from their sleep inside the tree stumps, and all the Gree Grumps start a growling.
they're cute little guys.
That growl
Yeah, this feels
Oh,
more.
he has a little puppy yelp. Oh, he yipped. Did you hear him, Jacob? Did you hear him?
Yes, I did.
that howling runkles and grunkles up the pond. And that's why I'm suggesting to all you ladies, kids, and gents, I wouldn't go out on a night like this for $2.50.
Okay,
Inflation went up within
okay,
the
two
lyrics.
things. One, I'm going to pause because the yeah, but I feel like now he's reconsidering being like, the other conditions before, maybe $1.50 would have been fine. But no, now I'm specifying, no, not even not even that. And that is $13.01 today, by the way.
That's quite a bit more.
Cause when old Punker's Pond gets runkled by that howling and that growling, that always disturbs the Hackencracks.
Yeah.
The Loch Ness Monster.
The Hackencracks, apparently.
Weird.
With their knackered backs.
It's weird that the Loch Ness Monsters look more like the Grinch than the Who's do.
Well, I mean, what even is the Grinch really? Is the question?
Right, that is the question.
I mean, if these two things, lived in close proximity to the Who's, and the Grinch lives on the mountain specifically, it sort of implies an interesting parentage there.
And the yowling of the Hackencracks, plus that runkling, grunkling, howling, growling, always irritates the Grinch.
Oh my god.
And yeah, speaking of who, here we go.
That Grinch starts in a brawling.
I like how you can't hear the Grinch start a growling because the Hackencracks are still going.
I suggest
Well, unless again he is a hack and crack and he's growling with them.
Just in unison. We do know that he is sensitive to noise because that was like his major complaint about Christmas. So maybe that's why he doesn't live with his ancestors.
tonight, our problems are immense. I wouldn't go out on Grinch night for
Well, that and also his ancestors left, like,
Okay.
kind of abandoned him, to be fair. He got adopted by the Who's, remember?
Wait,
It was,
when?
you remember he came in on the stork. He was dropped off.
Was that this version?
I think it was both versions.
Okay. Anyway, we're up to $34.79 for the record.
Okay, now I would go out like in a night like this for that. I would.
I mean, depends on, like,
also, why the Grinch looking at me like that? Oh my!
he's considered such $30.35. He's mulling it over.
It's a wonderful night for eyebrows. Max?
Never thought I would hear that sentence.
Where is he? Max! It's a wonderful
Hi,
night
Max.
for eyebrows.
You still look malnourished. I forget that's the way you looked.
Max is like, I still don't have eyebrows. You need to remind me of that every day, sir.
No, it's a good day to have them, though, Max.
I'm sure it is. On the tier list of, like, depressed animal characters, Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh and Max from the Grinch.
Why does the Grinch, even now with this frame, the Grinch looks like he's about to do like an ooh-woo face. This is ooh-woo Grinch.
Never thought I'd hear that combination. Good grief. And so the Grinch looked down on the dire place, with an uwu slowly curling onto his face.
Wonderful night for teeth. It's a wonderful
I haven't been to the dentist in years.
night for Grinch.
You don't even give me one of
Their
those
troubles
teeth
will
cleaning mint bones.
now commence.
I'm not sure if those were invented.
Oh, I wouldn't stay home on a night like this for $60.60.
Oh,
Okay.
Grinch, you bringing out big bucks.
Yeah, we went from $6.60 to $60.60. Okay, that is $302.18.
I would certainly go out on a night like this.
Oh, 312, my bad. But still.
I don't care.
Max, go bring the paraphernalia wagon.
Why not?
Says every CEO ever.
More paraphernalia back. And speaking of capitalism metaphors, by the way, I'm going to say that in the Grinch book, Max was never like actually named or described or anything. He was just like a dog that was just like in the background of some images, and they extend his role for the animation. This one, they seem to have like been like, oh yes, well, what would the Grinch do as a pet owner? Well, here we go. This now we have complete free reign. Might as well keep it consistent. Also, I guess that raises the question of like whether this is actually meant to be before or after, timeline-wise, how the Grinch
Right,
stole
because he
Christmas.
shouldn't be such an asshole if this is after.
Yeah, I don't know. But if he is, that means there's going to be no character arc for him yet.
God, this is the second time. This movie's physics are so weird. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it whenever you had the Loch Ness Monster dudes, whenever they were like yelping and it panned over to the mountain. Dude, it shifted. The terrain shifted so much, and even then, where they had the shot where where Max was pulling it down. So really, it should have crashed onto Max there. But I digress. But now they cut, and now he's pulling it up.
Oh yeah. Wowie.
While Max was obeying his master's command in the cave on Mount Crumpet's bleak peak.
Oh, it is Mount Crumpet.
Yeah,
that
there
is
we
where
go.
he
Sour
lives.
wind swazzled over the land. And in the home of Josiah
I wonder if
and his
Markiplier
good
knows
wife
that
Mariah,
bit of the lore.
We'll see. I mean, we're still stuck on him saying Martha Mayhew, so you never know.
they just stood there.
The
and no
Who
one could
dicks.
speak until finally Euchariah said,
Grandpa Josiah?
and Grandpa Josiah said, yes, Euchariah? And Euchariah
This is the best way to have a consistent rhyme scheme. Have all the characters' names end in Aya. There you go. But also, apparently, Euchariah is the second main character of this. So the fact that he is speaking now, and we are 7 minutes into I think like a 21-minute special or something. Interesting choice.
Grandpa, we've stood and we've stood and stood and just stood.
That means we're probably due for another ad break soon.
Yeah, probably.
Good. The least we could do is find out without doubt whether or not the Grinch is coming out.
Yes, I will at one time call you on your bluff. However, first, let's sell these people some stuff. Da 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 da, ad break.
And so I suggest we don't stood here like sticks.
Quick, Max, get the paraphernalia wagon.
That's where all the sponsors are. What is our sponsor on this Grinchy night? It's Squarespace to build her own website. Oh, well, that had to be done. We must be getting on. Here's another one from audible.com.
Man, this is insane. This one frame, I don't know who storyboarded this, but everyone... So, okay, you have, well, what's the main character's name?
Euchariah.
Euchariah, the guy that sounds like he's from the Bible. Euchariah, it looks, I mean, he's talking to them. He's definitely looking in their directions, but he looks out of it. Like, he definitely looks like, oh, this is my life now. You know, you have a handful of them actually looking to him. You know, you have the wife over here, you know, his mom, just staring off into the blank space in front of her. You have the dad over here who's like looking up to the great heavens like, oh no.
I would rather be stood, yeah. To be stood is good. No, but
the parents look traumatized.
Yeah. But by the way, it just dawned on me right now that the fact that you know all of these different names you mentioned like the fact this sounds like it's from the Bible, right? Well, the fact that you have all these like Hebrew sounding names for the group of people most famous for unconditional celebration of Christmas seems like an interesting choice.
Alarm Center. Dial area code 519006.
Excellent suggestion, Euchariah. Area code 5.
I'm going to assume that's not a real area code. I can see you mulling it over with like on the face cam. I can see you like the same way that 555. There's no like actual existing phone numbers that start with 555, so they always use it in like fiction for visible phone numbers. I think this is like area code 5 something probably is not a thing.
19006.
That was out of sync.
Line's busy. Very busy.
No,
all the telephone lines are cut.
Yeah, no, it's only the first 6 letters. It's missing the ending 4.
Ah, okay, there we go.
Numbers, not letters.
Yeah.
This is not a recording. This is me in person. Your Grinch alarm warden, Sergeant Samuel S. McPherson.
The Grinch what? Hold on, go back a second. What did he say?
Yeah, also this is... Yeah. Okay, here we go. Hold on, yeah.
Warden, Sergeant Samuel S. McPherson.
No, that's not it. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go.
06. Line's busy. Very busy.
I can tell how busy it is by the fact that it sounds different when according to different levels of busyness on phone lines. That was a thing.
Here he is.
This is not a recording. This is me in person. Your Grinch alarm warden, Sergeant Samuel S. McPherson. It is my...
Grinch what warden?
Grinch law aborting?
I'm
reporting?
I'm hearing warden at the end, but I'm hearing also. I'm kind of also hearing arm warden, which kind of like what is you call the military to take out the Grinch? I mean,
well, I mean, who knows? Maybe Mount Crumpet is out of their jurisdiction. That's why he stays there all the time. I tell you what, in the comments, what did you hear? Let us know what you think that Samuel S. McPherson said.
If conditions improve or if they worsen. I have infiltrated his territory, keeping sharp eyes upon this schnook. And I'm...
Okay.
Oh my god! It is a warden.
Oh well, okay. Well, still leave us comments.
Focusing my focusella to take still another look.
By the way, beforehand we had the person, McPherson, and then Worsen. So we had like a three-way. We had a tertiet instead of a couplet, which is another interesting thing that goes outside of the convention, I suppose. Again, free reign.
Conditions are worsened.
And I guess we have a repetition too, anaphora, also a poetic technique that Dr. Seuss does not normally employ. Actually, what I was talking about, he employs it all the time. Forget I said that.
Hurry up, Max. I'm raring to go. I'm going to be the guest of honor and exclusive Grinch I know. Gonna be the only dancer in the
Oh yeah, shake that ass.
I might enter the ball quite small, or I might go in quite tall. But I assure you nobody, but nobody is gonna dance with me at all when I enter.
We'll dance with you. We're dancing with you right now, Grinch.
Grinch I know. Ready? Giddy up, Maxie.
And then, of course, an actual whimper, right?
What an asshole! He's meaner in this than he was in the other one.
This is
He mellowed out in Christmas.
Yeah, I know, right?
What the fuck? Why is he like
Maybe
before? I don't remember him being directly abusive to Max. I remember Max looking a little malnourished, but I think you could chalk that up to art style. This one, he's just such a prick.
I was like, normally I'm much worse, but I'm feeling festive around this time of year.
Are now worser than worsen.
They are worse than worse, yes.
How many times have I said and said? How many times have I said in my head?
I don't know, you haven't told us what you said yet.
Oh my god, wait, we're in Max's point of view.
We are? Yes, you don't notice that, yes. I just suppose as well, like, his nose does not have color to it either.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what have you said in your head, Max? Please enlighten us.
Why am I the slave of this Grinchy old crock? And I say how I wish I could turn back the clock. And
I mean, you could honestly, Max, you could just run away. Like, it isn't. Most of the time, you're not restrained. You are now, but yeah, most of the time.
have the fine future I had once before, and again be an innocent puppy once more.
In your puppy house, Betty, with sweet Auntie Woofy Woofoon.
Is the Grinch a telepath? None of that was out loud. Okay, yeah, Woofy Woofoon, whatever, but like, hold on a second. If the Grinch can hear all of this, that makes it, again, still worse.
Feeding you hominy grits with a big silver spoon.
What am I doing here? Doesn't matter much how, but my dear old Auntie Woofy, wouldn't I fear very much care for?
Is that Auntie Woofy?
Right? Yeah.
Me now.
You kind of look like you're related to the Lorax.
Potentially. They did come from the trees, after all.
As you can see by the lights flashing on this index, that's the Zinheimer Disaster and Devastation Rate of Spread Calculating Index. I am recording the...
That's... You rhymed index with index. Don't think I didn't
Dude,
know.
where was this guy during Christmas?
Maybe he ran out of budget or something. Or the Grinch takes him out in this version. That's the happy ending.
He takes him out. What the fuck? As you can see
I don't
here,
know,
the Grinch
we
is
just-
an abuser. Oh no, he's come with a gun.
At this point, remember, we're still like about a third of the way through this. It has to escalate by the rules of storytelling. It has to get progressively where it gets better in the narrative.
I just love this idea of like a cable, not even direct to DVD, not even that treatment, like the cable exclusive Grinch, probably prequel that came out later is, and it's like, hey, by the way, no one's watching this anyways. No one's gonna remember this in 10 years. You know, let's just have the Grinch shoot the guy. Oh, we need to escalate this, do we? Oh, this guy needs to disappear to not save Christmas? Okay, let the Grinch take him out.
It's Halloween. You know, it's almost the 80s. We can scare children. I wonder why this hasn't aired ever again.
Grinch's current antisocial activities. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, the Grinch is working up quite a score. And unless I am misreading...
No, the dog is.
I think
By the way, this might be like one of the first true crime podcasts.
it's going to soar up even more.
Surely there had to have been something on the radio.
Yeah, well, I said one of. You know, I didn't ever say the first. I'm not commensurate. I don't make that claim and, you know, get denounced later.
I know what, Euchariah.
You know, sir, this looks a lot better without my glasses.
You put your glass
But you were listening on the phone, right? Isn't this a radio broadcast?
back on
I
and
don't
face
love
facts,
the idea
Euchariah.
of. I mean, it happens even today, but man, I've never loved the idea of like kids calling their parents like sir and ma'am. It's really weird.
Well, he called him Grandpa Josiah before, so you know, or Grandpa Jebediah. I can't remember which one actually, one or the other. But also, I love the fact that you know, Josiah says Jebediah. I forgot his name. Just says like, put your glasses back on and face the facts. Rather, like every other adult in here has been trying to be like, oh yes, like very orderly. Please come in, children. I'm not going to tell you what's happened, but ignore the fact that we all have terrified faces. You know, to spare them the details of Grinch Night. And meanwhile, the grandpa here is just like, nope, yo, you better face the facts. Deal with the world. Deal with it.
You better face the facts. The Grinch is coming, and he's coming for you.
Yeah. Hey, if you're my grandpa, where are my parents? Ah, what a story to tell on Grinch Night.
As the Grinch creaks ever closer to your little front yard gates.
This is how you smooth out the news for the children. That's what we should do now with the news, basically. You know, there are more and more warheads, and they're pointing towards your country. Like, just do that.
It's so good. I remember back in high school, this had to have been, I don't know, sophomore year or whatever. And every day I don't know, every week at the very least, we would watch the news. That was part of the class. It was history. And every day, me and a pal, we were like, man, every time we watch the news, it's so depressing. Every time, it's always something awful is happening. It, like, whenever things are going well, we're like, okay, what's going to ruin it? Yeah, charity for dogs, who's getting killed? And then I kid you not, there's a drone bombing, like, it's the very next scene. And it's like, okay, sure, man. But yeah, imagine if it were all like a musical, though.
Exactly.
The earth is burning and people are dying, and you will too. But hey, look at this puppy, how cute.
Global warming, the heat is in the air.
Can
Someone's
you hear
coming,
it? The sun is coming with quite a glare.
And you bears, and as we tell you about this, oh, you better beware. What is this melting feeling? The hole in the ozone layer. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Whoa! The greatest terror is the existential dread of the sun burning us alive.
Oh my goodness, yeah. It's about on par with the moon falling in Majora's Mask. Okay, anyway, back to Grinch Night. What's the fictional terror?
Yeah.
He's engaged in Grinch.
The Grinch brought global warming to Whoville.
Oh no, the Grinch is coming. He's very, very slowly making his way to the town to cause devastation. By the time he gets there, the sun's gonna be up. It won't be Grinch Night anymore.
Yeah, I was about to say, by the time he gets down there, it'll already be him stealing Christmas.
Yeah.
Depreciates, deflating all the things he hates.
I have several questions.
And frequently expectorates. Oh, the X he activates.
Even the worms hate him.
He blastergates. And while all of Whoville sits and waits the fates that it anticipates.
Well, I mean, apparently they're standing, but more than sitting, but you know.
His wagon wheel obliterates and decimates and platinates 1,000 little flowers.
Zane did the same thing.
Miss one.
Right, back it up, Max.
Got it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
but
good.
and they saw that whole thing. How many cameras does Samuel McPherson have set up around to get this broadcast done properly?
Something, Grandpa Josiah.
Shh, Euchariah.
We're in the middle of a musical number. You don't interrupt those. The Butter Bunch comments will euthanize you.
Oh my gosh, look what he's doing now. He's hunting down the Wuzzy Woozoo. The Woozoo.
Okay, so that wasn't Auntie Woof from before.
Oh,
Okay.
it's the Lorax dude.
He's the only one left in our community.
Oh, cool. The Grinch is a speedrunning things. Animal cruelty, ecological devastation.
I guess poaching. This counts as poaching, I think.
Well, not just poaching. Remember, that's the last one in this community.
Yeah. So
he's destroying all of them. He will make them extinct.
I mean, I'm not sure if they concretely said that he was responsible for the rest of them not being around anymore, but maybe.
No, but if they know he's the last one, then that's our,
Wow, he really is contemplating which fate is worse right now.
And he's chosen.
Oh, okay, he survived. Okay. It's like, how much fall damage can I take?
The Grinch would not have made that fall just fine. That thing could have made a dent.
But yeah, potentially.
I love how the Grinch just man spreads at all times.
That's how you know.
See, again, they did it again. See, he was going down, and then they shift it, and it goes up.
Gall darn Bricklebush! I got brickles in my britches.
You wear breeches? I mean, I guess.
Sorry,
ultimately,
wait, was that a British accent? Is the Grinch British?
I mean, the way the narration was in the original, it was kind of hard to tell what accent Boris Karloff was doing. So who knows? But I was gonna say in How to Christmas Cold Christmas, actually, his skin has pockets sometimes. So actually, maybe he does have breeches. Maybe it's like Tom and Jerry, where how Tom has underwear underneath his fur. It's basically like that, I guess.
Phew, that was a mighty tight pinch, but the Wuzzy Woozoo has eluded the Grinch.
The Wuzzy Woozoo.
I mean, the Wuzzy Woozoo is still underneath the Grinch right now. It better keep running.
Side of Bricklebush.
You know something?
Like how the children's beds have just been moved down. So it's like, we can't put them to bed yet. We'll put them in bed, but they've got to face the facts. They've got to see the news. They can't go to sleep just yet without knowing just how many nightmares they should have.
Grandpa Josiah.
Do I know what you...
Okay, it was Josiah.
Euchariah.
I gotta go to the euphemism.
The euphemism? No one goes to the euphemism on a night like this.
But I gotta.
Yeah. Well, I'm not paying you $60.60, so you're out of luck there.
Don't be long.
I like how instead of making a euphemism for the toilet, they just called it the euphemism. As if children will get that.
I suggest we stay indoors tonight. night. Our problems are immense. I wouldn't go out on a night like this for $66,600,000 and an extra 66 cents.
Okay. No, I need to hear that line. I need to hear that unit again. Hold on.
I wouldn't go out on a night like this for $66,600,000.
Okay, 66,600,000. Yeah. Wait, no, 66 million first of all, and then 600.
$100,000 and an extra 66 cents.
Okay, so $66,600,000 and an extra 66 cents. Okay, right. Let's see. Again, 1977. Let's see.
Whoever's getting this money is gonna be a millionaire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, by the way, the actual thing that comes up is well, they're gonna be they're gonna be a billionaire probably by inflation rates. They've always 66 million in actual 1977 times. By the way, the first thing that comes up if you search up that number is actually Frightening Intense Scenes 4 from this movie. It's like, if you pay attention, it's a pun to 666. Wow, I would never have guessed that. 1977.
Euchariah going down the Devil's Valley over here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there is okay. The inflation calculator just doesn't want to give me the answer.
That money doesn't exist.
It just crashes the entire economy. Okay,
Speaking of crashing, I can't help but notice that he's flying through right there, but there's a door there that he's trying to go through. Then if you look a little bit more to the right, you might notice that there's another way to exit this area.
There is, yes.
Why is it missing some of the fence?
I don't know. Okay, here we go. Calculate. Okay. All right. So so it's about $3,465,189,211.35.
I cannot stress enough how much I would go out in a night like this for that kind of money. I cannot stress it enough.
Oh god. Oh my goodness. Okay. Right. Honestly, at this point, me too. It's like I'm sure somewhere within that is like my threshold. Everyone has like a threshold of being bought. That somewhere within, like, whatever the last figure was, and 3 billion was like, yeah, somewhere in there is my sweet spots probably.
Oh well.
There you go. Now just re-emphasize there's another exit.
No, well, it's back. That door just regenerated.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well,
yeah, he's dead.
We'll return after these messages.
Hey!
After we bury our lead character.
That's true. This line, he hits so many things, he dies, and it's like, now time for ads, kids.
It was like, Mom, Dad, is Euchariah okay? Well, I don't know. We better stay tuned.
Find out after this break.
Oh my goodness. I honestly, when I watch like different like movies and shows with my brother, even to this day, he will still ask me if I've read the book it's based on, if we watched it like years ago and I know the story, he'll ask me that stuff like, oh, is this character gonna be okay? Is that gonna be fine? It's like, I'm not telling you anything. You have the honor of experiencing media as if it's new every single time you watch it. That is a privilege, and I'm not taking that away from you. So you suffer through that suspense. It's like, I wonder if it's like, at what age will I start doing that to my own children if I have any? That's my question.
Jenny's got a playing tic-tac-toe.
Now where's Merlin?
When last seen it was out with Dad playing blackjack. 13.
Where's Merlin now?
I'm really interested in how you can play tic-tac-toe or blackjack on that thing. I want to see like the actual I want to see a close-up.
It's not there, it's out with Billy playing magic square.
Merlin Merlin is a computer with
Oh, okay.
personality. Plays 6 different games, talks with 20 sounds.
Yeah.
6 pen-light batteries not included. Where's Merlin now?
You could play Simon on that thing.
Better come clean.
In the kitchen with Mom, play a music machine.
Merlin from Parker Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, another Parker Brothers. Are all the adverts Parker Brothers things? Because they're the ones that sponsor this whole thing.
Howdy, I'm Big Yellow,
Oh, never mind. I take it back.
and I'm so wild about Kellogg's Sugar Corn Pops, I'll
Hey,
trade my
Big
Big Yellow
Dave.
Bird for a bowl of those Big Yellow Pops.
No.
Trade me that Big Yellow taste for my Big Yellow cone,
No.
my golf clubs, my car keys. Hold on. What do I need to eat a bowl of those Big Yellow Pops?
A spoon.
Got one.
there you go.
Kellogg's Sugar Corn Pop cereal plus toast, juice, milk, and spread is a smart start to your day. Kellogg's
I haven't seen Corn Pops in a while, actually. They used to have them a lot in Spain.
Sugar Corn Pops. Those Big Yellow Pops are top.
Then on the
They never had this mascot, but they did still exist.
burglar breaks in.
Corn pop.
They were not that bad. They just had a very weird texture you had to get over.
But it's more than money he's after.
Okay.
We now return to Halloween is Grinch Night.
I feel like that advert was like almost like it's just two shots like it's more than money he's after, and then no hints as to what he's after. I mean, wrong way.
He is wandering in the wind while the hack and cracks are yowling and the grey grumps are a-growling. He is wandering up Mount Crumpet.
Yeah. He took a shock to his system, but no longer needs to use the euphemism.
In the sour sweet Grinch night wind.
Does the grandma ever project or like go out of her calm state? Euchariah, Euchariah, where are you? Oh no!
No one comes home through the wind. No one comes home through the growling. He is lost amongst the yowling, lost forever in the darkness.
How many people have died doing this? What do
I
you
don't
mean
know,
no
enough-
one comes back?
Enough for them to have coined the word yowling, I
Grinch
guess.
night wind.
Darn these brickles anyway. I'd be sore for a month.
Oh, that explains why he never stole Thanksgiving. I don't know, I'm just trying to make sense of this.
Where is that euphemism? Huh?
I mean, where is it? It was back home in the other direction where the wind was blowing from. You know exactly where the euphemism was. Also, you're in nature now. The whole world is a euphemism.
Oh, a woozoo. Oh, a doggy.
Oh, a doggy.
Nice doggy. Poor lost doggy. I'm gonna take you home with me.
You don't know how you have no. I mean, yes, thank you, but you have no idea who that dog belongs to. Maybe it doesn't belong to the Grinch. Maybe that doggy is belonging to a very nice parent.
That left them out here tied to a giant paraphernalia wagon. I doubt it very much.
Find it again.
That being said, Ukraine has not even noticed it. I think he's got the wrong prescription of glasses.
Brickle eyes.
Yeah, this is another thing about like you know how in particularly with old cartoons where like the characters that wear glasses have terrible eyesight even when they're still wearing their glasses. That's either a statement on how much better like prescription lens technology has gotten in the last 50 years, or it's just the fact that people miss the entire point of glasses being you're supposed to be able to see better with them.
No. The glasses are only to make you smarter. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
I'll brickleize the entire township.
Everyone knows that, Jacob. Glasses aren't meant to help the disabled. They're just there so you can be a nerd.
Or a hipster. One or the other. I still remember the bizarre like time when I was watching the like Muffin Time promo video that is on the Tom Scott and Friends channel. And in that video, Elliot Goff actually has has glasses on, but instead of like having like the fake lenses or something, or like I think people do sometimes, no, just straight up just doesn't have lenses in his glasses. So one was like, "Oh, what fun is this?" And it's like, "What do you mean?" Yeah, like, like wait, what? You know, what are glasses really? The glass. But yeah.
Euchariah who, sir?
You're a rather...
Oh, and of course, even to this day, you still have our characters' eyes shrink whenever they away
A
from...
small who, aren't you?
Well, I do the best I can, sir.
Okay, this also kind of implies he has not met Cindy Lou Who yet, because otherwise he would not be saying that Euchariah is small.
Are you really the Grinch?
Am I the Grinch?
Sorry, sir. I have a slight astigmatism, an optical condition in which parallel rays of light from an external source converge or diverge unequally in different meridians. You know, sir...
Like you described, like, yeah.
I like you much better with my glasses off.
You
That's not a compliment!
put your glasses
Jesus.
back on and face the facts. Am I the Grinch?
Wow, okay. The fact that, like, the Grinch and Grandpa Josiah share a communal, you know, philosophy, maybe those two have, like, some sort of backstory together. I want to see more of that explored in Grinch lore. Next Grinch reboot should reintroduce Grandpa Josiah as as the Grinch's childhood friend. Just never and just not go into too much of like, oh wait a minute, there was somebody who knew the Grinch back beforehand.
I'll show him.
My eyebrows.
Oompa potty papa, oompa potty oompa, oompa oompa oompa.
What are you saying?
This feels like this like instead of Yondu whistling for the arrow to move, this is what the Grinch does to make his eyebrows move.
Dude, I thought he was about to start singing an Oompa Loompa song.
I mean, this did come out like 6 years after Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, so probably very much in popular culture by then. Only the Grinch can do that, I guess. It's been firmly established.
Am I the Grinch? Out of my way, small who. I got bigger things to do than to waste my time with you.
Are you the Grinch? Why, I have superpowers. Of course I'm the Grinch.
There you go, the thing that the Grinch is most known for.
Yeah, everyone knows the Grinch who stole everyone's powers.
Mm-hmm. You have telekinetic powers and eyebrows that can fly, Mr. Grinch. How'd that never get him into the final version?
I don't know. I mean,
Unfairly cut out.
those eyebrows turned into a whole bird for a second there.
Giddy up, Maxie! Next stop, Whoville!
Whoville?
Yeah, Whoville.
Oh, I thought he said Whoville.
Now the Grinch was really proud.
No, that's where oh wait, no, it wasn't Auntie Moo, it was Auntie Wolf. Never mind.
Woody, he did not get that far.
Well, it was a time lapse. Maybe Euchariah just decided to, you know, follow his grandpa's advice and stand still for a long time.
This
and the Grinch went down a hill and up a different one and then back down again, as per the path's dictation.
Legitimately, this film isn't even that bad, but it is so incredibly inconsistent. It's insane how this got through. How did no one look at this and be like, hey, how does this add up?
Skunker-punkerin toward the helpless town below. And he thought about Josiah, Mariah, Obadiah, and Matthiah. He would have to save them somehow. He would have to save the town. He would simply somehow have to stop that Grinch from getting down.
And so he And so he looked around and straightened his frock, and then he realized there was a giant rock. All
Throw
And
it
so
at
to
the
the-
Grinch head, at the
Yeah.
Grinch's head.
Yeah, he shuffled over and with a wiggle of his tush, he gave the rock down the hill a great massive push.
Pick up the pebble and throw it at the Grinch's head. 5 minutes later, the Grinch will be dead.
And so with his best throw, filled with rage and animosity, he made sure the pebble reached terminal velocity.
I spy the Grinch's head. That rock just hit Mach 5.
There's no way that creature is still alive.
Suddenly, Uriah knew precisely what he had to do. Stall for time.
Yeah, after waiting until they got to a different mountain, now he stalls for time. Yep, going up again, of course. Yep. Now it's going straight, yep.
How? That's not how that works. That was a completely different mountain.
Don't you know? He went
why-
up off screen as well because gravity is not a thing anymore.
Ooh, hey, this kid better be careful. He better be praying to God the Grinch isn't from Israel. Otherwise, this bulldozer's running him down.
Well, I mean, to be honest, who knows? I mean, his name is he's like maybe he's from Israel. You never know. I thought he was going to fall off the cliff. I didn't think he could pump the brakes in time. That's what I thought was going to happen.
And what does the rather small Who want this time?
Oh,
Will
he
you
pet-
please
he
scare me
pet
some more,
Maxie.
sir? I sort of like it.
Look, kid, I gave you the $2 treatment. You're not worth a first-class gringing. Yeah,
I like how the first class is probably like not that much more than $2.
the Grinch.
The first class Grinching is what he did in Christmas.
Well, I mean, yeah. And I guess the price to pay was everyone's presents.
Man, we're really focusing in on the animal abuse themes in this film, huh? It's like every scene.
I guess, yeah. Oh, now the grandma seems to up again. Now the grandma seems to be shouting. The Grinch is going up. The prize is going down. Yeah. I feel like this is where we're padding the runtime. I think the fact that it's happened twice. But also, like, the Grinch never runs him over even once. Like, he draws the line at murder. That's the one thing he never does.
Wait, but wasn't he facing the Grinch a second ago?
I don't think so. I think he turned around. I'll replay it just in case, but I think he turned around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you asked for it.
I'm gonna whip you now,
With
boy.
your glasses. Put those glasses on and get up here.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
The Grinch has snap advert technology in the 70s. Nice.
Closer, Uriah. That's a nice little Who.
You know
How
what?
does he
He's
look
already giving
named?
him the first class treatment. He's already scaring him.
Now closer. 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 And Uriah, with a courage he had never known till then. Uriah who, with a courage beyond the courage of most men, with the
Yeah, by the way, I will say that this is like the one time I think the narrator, being also the voice of the Grinch, doesn't quite work so well because it's not really much of a conversion when you have a line off of the narrator right after the Grinch has spoken.
Our sweet wind howling stood before the gruesome Grinch and said,
To your words, bring on your spooks. Shoot the works. I will not flinch.
Nope. again, I guess you know, like I said before, Spider-Man a really popular character.
Mysterio. Spider-Man.
It actually does look like the Spider-Man credits as well.
Oh my god, this actually is Mysterio. He's giving him like a Spider-Man acid trip. What is this?
I guess so. I was thinking more like the pink elephant scene from Dumbo, but that works too.
No, Dumbo was dead by this point.
Well, I mean, by the life cycle of elephants, he was, you know, 1941 probably, I guess.
No, he died in the thunderstorm or something.
Oh, right, you mean my version of Dumbo.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, if people don't know, when I was 5, I wrote, well, I dictated, my mum wrote, and I drew the pictures. One of my first stories, which is technically the first fan fiction I ever did. I really just did not like the movie Dumbo at all, so I decided that in a fit of you know, my 4 to 5 year old edgelord phase that I had, that Dumbo had to die, and that was gonna be the resolution.
He had to.
Yes, of course, it was imperative. So there you go. I don't know if I have. I don't know if that's you know, saved somewhere. I don't know.
I hope so. God, what I would give to get a scan of that.
Yeah.
So why did they just become sperm?
I don't know, but at that moment, a young Scott Cawthon looked at the image of a thing engulfing the screen in extreme close up and thought, "Yes, I'm gonna make 4 games like this."
Enjoying yourself?
Hey, you even had that one round guy show up at random points and go, rah!
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't step here. And I wouldn't step there. I would only step round with the greatest of care. And it's hopeless to try to escape through the air. It's right.
Yeah, by the way, I will also point out that if he's not going to step anywhere, then standing still, you know, again, Grandpa Josiah's advice actually would make sense here. So again, there's a bit of there's a connection between the two of them.
We are every which way. Oh, you can't turn your back. And you can't turn your face. Without being some member of the unhuman race.
That's one thing I miss from old cartoons, the fact that sometimes you could just have like a voice line be a musical instrument.
We're a grisly, ghastly disgrace. Yes, it's prime time for spooks. We're all over the place.
And of course, random tempo changes or, you know, breaks as well.
Poe uses echoes in her haunted house. A lot of shifting noise.
Of course, it goes the. That goes like the great like neon, well not neon, like the great like, you know, the one with like all the lights rather than like anywhere else. Oh look, it's one of those corrupted gems from Steven Universe.
Oh, I remember that from the intro. The flip skeleton, the one that did a flip.
Ah, yes. Well, a child's worst nightmare of the dentist chair, the like, I guess, or being on stage. I've heard that's common too. This is why they had the runtime before. All of the budget creativity went to this scene. And whatever that thing was. They like those like mosaic eyes, don't they? Let's give us go claustrophobia for a second. How'd that spring coil around that quickly through... Anyway. I think he's not even trying to scare him. He's just trying to like examine him, just curious. Also, his tail's a deflated balloon. Are children scared of deflated balloons? I guess this child isn't.
Oh, I get it. It's because the balloon was meant to be fear, and he's fearless, and so he deflated it.
You know something, Mr. Grinch?
What?
Well, sir, as I knew it would, sir, the sour sweet wind is dying down. No wind ever blows forever.
So what?
Well, sir, according to all available statistics, when the sour sweet wind stops howling, that always stops the gree-grumps growling.
Yeah, I know.
And when the gree-grumps stop their growling,
I can sing all available statistics as if he's had any experience with this before now.
Punker's Pond stops runkling grunklin'. And when Punker's Pond stops runkling grunklin', that always stops the hackin' cracks from yowling.
I should know, I'm half hack and crack myself on my mother's side.
And when the hackin' cracks stop yelling, you know what that stops. That always stops the Grinch from prowling.
I mean, I am a fully sentient creature. I can keep growling. I don't know why this is a requirement.
He's a creature of habit.
I'll be
Yeah.
Grinched.
Well, I'll be Grinched.
Come on,
You did
Max.
nothing.
Right, why is the general even
Oh
here?
no, now we have to go uphill!
Or downhill.
I like when it doesn't like take any form of revenge either, just like, well, them's the rules. I play by swipe of the fox logic.
Come on, Max, turn this wagon around.
Oh. I guess the Max from the first movie was not the same one. Maybe he got like a second. Maybe got like, there was a Max the second.
Attention, attention, all who's. This is Sergeant McPherson reporting to you once more in person, and I can report that.
Yeah, you're not in person. What do you mean? This is a broadcast. That's not in person at all.
I never had thought that I'd ever report a report of this sort.
Say what it is, then. You didn't report it! You just said it was... What do you mean?
Man, guys, this is real weird. I bet you wish you were here watching this.
BuzzFeed, invented by Samuel McPherson.
I'm sure gonna miss that Grinch night ball. But that wind will be coming back someday. I'll be coming back someday.
And I better hope I never go through a character arc or the whole, or I will never want this motivation ever again.
Look, Mariah, there's Euchariah.
Oh, what an unusual way to come back from the euphemism.
That's the story of how Euchariah defeated everyone's favorite social pariah. I was really expecting there to be like a social pariah rhyme somewhere in this. I just had to like add that in.
All the Greek growling's growled itself away.
Oh, here we go again.
On is the Grinch up the mountain far away. Hey, go the Grinch, that Grinch has gone away. Sing hallelujah, wind has blown away. Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah.
Phoebe is doing the get off my lawn dance.
Sing hallelujah, Grinch has gone away.
We'll return after these messages.
Will we? Okay.
There's a little bit more. There's a little bit like a minor commercial
Country
thing
times
now.
for summertime, country times for fall. We love that good old
This is the same like musical scheme. This is like same meter. I get how much did like Parker Brothers sponsor this? Were they responsible for like the production as well?
taste anytime at all. Seasons come and seasons go, changing all the time. But winter, summer, spring, or fall, it's always country time. Country time.
I feel like you have gotten the most Texan culture today than you have in a long time.
Yeah, on the Museum of Chicago Television.
Yeah, a lot of country.
Lemonade flavored drink. Tastes great anytime.
Tastes like that good old-fashioned lemonade.
No, see, that's General Foods Corporation.
Yeah. Okay. So it wasn't. Now it's Parker Brothers. All right.
Says Rom, the Space Knight. You can imagine he comes from another galaxy with his
Kind of looks a bit like Luke Skywalker, actually.
flashing neutralizer. Activate Rom.
Again, this was made the same year as Star Wars, I guess, so.
You can imagine he has rockets to blast into
Oh,
space.
the kid, yeah.
And a translator that communicates with lights and
Okay,
sound.
I thought you meant the robot, and I was very confused.
Maybe the left arm.
Even imagine his
right
respirator
arm.
lets him breathe in any atmosphere. ROM comes with the 3 plug-in accessories shown. 9-volt battery not included. ROM, the Space Knight, an electronic toy new from Parker Brothers.
That's a clever name.
Yeah.
Teleplay and lyrics by Dr. Seuss.
Oh, so Dr. Seuss did write this. I'm even more confused now. It does not feel like Dr. Seuss.
No way.
Okay, I guess I
way.
stand corrected.
Wait.
All right,
what?
then.
Wait.
Tonight it's Halloween hilarity when Way Out Ghost possess more can turn on.
I don't know. Good old Pat Roy Morita, no relation to Pat, I guess.
Haunted House and
Franco.
Funhouse
It's a
on
great
Mork
name.
and Mindy, 30 minutes from now, followed by more comedy on The Associates.
Yeah, I mean,
Costume tunes
it
of the
says
Halloween
here
event.
it's written by Seuss, and the song. Well, okay, most of it was. The songs were from Sesame Street composer Joe Raposo.
But I guess okay. Well, then he just wasn't credited for that because it says teleplay and lyrics. I know that sometimes that is more common back in the day to have uncredited positions, depending on contracts and whatever, especially for voice acting. But I've never had a situation where someone reassigns the credit to a different person. That feels
Almost wasn't. Next on ABC.
Monday on 240 Robert, a nude skydiver drops trap and fib into the arms of sun worshippers.
You know, it wouldn't be a Butter Bunch review if this isn't how we ended it.
Yeah, I guess not. The precursor to Max Jaegerman, I guess.
Letting everyone do their own thing.
While sabotage means Morgan must
I call this the sun worshippers, but they're inside of a hole, protecting themselves from the sun.
face a deadly crash landing.
I've never done this before.
240 Robert.
Tomorrow.
You know, I've never had so many answers presented, but also been left with so many questions.
You're where you want to be. Your cola sugar free. Diet right. Diet right.
Interestingly enough, Coke Zero would be invented after this, and Diet Coke would be the sugar, the light version rather than the free one. Okay, having Coca-Cola in your hand while you're opening a film camera is not a good idea.
Diet Right Cola.
Caution, will not in fact make you look better than Mirror or possibly lose weight, is the implication with this frame.
Visit the coal mine at the Museum of Science and Industry.
And that's what we're leaving you on.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, we'll see you guys next Thursday at the coal mine.
That's the next broadcast. We're gonna go through the whole roster of Chicago television.
Hey, you know, we were thinking, what are we going to do after Star Kid? Oh, let's go through the entire museum of classic Chicago television.
No, we'll just tackle the Mindy Stokes project. Have 25 solid years of content for us to use. Oh no. Okay. All right then. So that was Halloween is Grinch Night. Except I guess it never became Grinch Night because the Grinch. Well, I guess the Grinch scared one person. He ultimately, I guess, he achieved his goal in a sense of inciting fear for a little bit.
Well, no, he didn't even scare the one person. The kid was fearless. Remember, he scared.
Well,
his
he was fearless at the end. He was fearless at the end, I think. Rather than he sort of like got to that conclusion while he was up on the spring. I guess maybe fear of heights was not on his list. It was like, he's just he's reaching now. I should have kept me inside that box. I'm claustrophobic. You didn't know that. I don't know. All the creatures in the paraphernalia box seem to know that Euchariah's name was Euchariah. I don't know if they have they could.
Yeah, Grinch called him Euchariah as well. How did he know the kid's name?
I'm not sure if he introduced himself or not, but I'm just wondering how the paraphernalia, creatures heard that from inside the box. Who knows? Inside the wagon, I should say. Who knows? Who knows or dares to suggest? But yeah, this was a very fun ride with the most entertaining animation the 70s had to offer, along with the potential expansion of the lore in the frame of Grandpa Josiah and the Grinch himself. Ultimately, I guess we learned that apparently you couldn't say the word toilet on television until at least the 80s, I presume, from what we've heard here.
You mean the euphemism?
That's what I mean. You couldn't say that. You could say the word euphemism, but you couldn't say the word toilet. That's why. Like I guess
he went to the euphemism.
He sure did. Okie dokie.
I do love that Grandma was screaming for him, and in the end, she was still like, "Oh, what a weird way to come back from the euphemism."
Yeah, maybe that's why it was the grandparents, because they wanted someone to be like old and confused. Yeah, sure. All right, there's a lot to unpack here, and not much time in which to unpack it. We gotta make sure we can post this. So we better wrap up here. What are all of your thoughts? There's no means of liking or disliking and leaving your comments on. I don't know anything, to be honest. What you thought that Samuel S. McPherson's official title was in relation to the Grinch, and whether or not you would listen to his podcast.
And why didn't he show up for Christmas?
That's true. Yeah, nothing happened to him at the end. He
didn't do anything during this entire time. Why was he in this movie?
I guess because, well, I would have said, oh, well, without a source material, they could have done whatever they wanted. But I guess, yeah, the official author.
This is the source material, apparently.
Yeah, yeah, I'm still thinking about that, but good lord. All right. Anyway, that's. Who knows anymore? So yeah, I'll leave it here then. So yeah, I guess I've done the outro now. So we'll see you all soon enough in another Butter Punch video. Happy Halloween and Toodle Pip.
Bye.